So yeah, these enemies are really hard to kill because they move away. So
Oh, the beholders.
yeah, and doing a hyper strike doesn't seem to work. But what does work is after a while it seems to come back on itself. Probably when there's a mound. So that's my opportunity to strike. There we go.
You know what? These things have a limited radius. So you probably backed it up against the edge of its
Yeah.
of how far it's allowed to go from its hole. Because if you leave, it has to go back to its hole.
Yeah. So that's basically what I have to do each time. I have to find that point and just stop it. In theory. Without dying, if possible. I know it's a tough task, but if you can manage it. Oh, there's so much
what did you
lag.
call those guys?
I don't know. I monstrosities. I don't know. Okay. That'll do. Nearly dead, but it'll do. The good
You've
thing
still
is,
got half your life.
yeah, the good thing is, I don't think they actually come back once you've killed them. I think
No, they
once
don't.
they're dead, they're dead. So that's quite good. That means I
Since
can't
they give you
miss
crystals,
them.
they got.
Yeah, that means I can't accidentally miss them, which is very helpful. Oh, it's stuck on the other one. That's great.
That's good news.
Huh. These aren't nearly as difficult to kill when I have better armor and a better wrench. These were hell earlier on.
It occurs to me that the PS4 Ratchet, if they do the wrench throw the same way that the PS3 games did, that'll be a lot better for you.
Yes, that is very true.
Because you'll be able to move
Yeah.
while throwing the wrench.
Yeah, a friend of mine has
And
been
jump and
trying Crack in Time wrench only on the hardest difficulty, and I think she's actually like halfway through. She's gone really well, but it's brutal apparently. Apparently it is super difficult.
You can try the boss stuff in that one too. That might have still had those kind of like I think Tachyon. You can the more he kills you, the less hit points.
That's a boss I don't even know how. Like that boss is so unbelievably challenging.
Yeah.
I just like I don't know how you're supposed to do that. I mean, I guess like just with time you get better, but still like that boss, man.
Yeah, I had a hard time beating him too, but I usually am super under leveled when I play these games.
I had all my stuff maxed out, and it still wasn't enough to take him down. He's so brutal.
You were playing on hard?
No, I wasn't. I don't think there's actually a difficulty choice in that game.
In Tools of Destruction?
I don't think so.
I thought there was.
Maybe there is. Maybe I'm forgetting. But even so, I had maxed out.
No.
Things.
No, it was.
I had maxed out things, and it just
I
wasn't
don't know.
enough.
I could be wrong.
It's such a brutal fight. Fun, but brutal.
With the wrench?
With anything.
Uh,
with everything.
the Tachyon doesn't mess around.
No, he does not. Please, evil beast. Be slain.
They're not dealing much damage to you.
Yeah, they used to. They used to deal like a whole, like 4, which was pretty bad. But no more.
Well, it's a good thing that you got your armor and your wrench upgrade.
Yeah, like that's why I came back. I was like, I'm not doing this until now, when I need to, because it's never gonna happen. I'm never gonna be able to finish it otherwise.
I saw that you missed the glider.
Yeah, I was convinced. You know the bit I was trying to get to, the terminal. I was convinced the glider was there. I don't know why. I just was. The terminal on
where?
Dobbo. On Dobbo.
On Dobbo.
You know the impossible jump. That I claimed.
Okay.
I was convinced it was there for some reason, but it wasn't at all, obviously. So yeah, that was just me, just like
what was there?
It was the terminal to unlock the next planet, And yeah, that was pretty much it.
Oh, right. Right. Oh, is that why you did that crazy method of getting up there?
Yeah. But
Okay.
I mean, I had to go there anyway. It was a forced thing. So
Right.
the charge boots was the ultimately the way to do it. So I'm super proud I found that.
That got you past needing to kill the tanks for the swing shots.
Yeah. Yeah.
Got it. Yeah, that was clever.
Yeah. That was for what I thought was like a day or two. What I thought was an impossible jump. I had no idea how to do it up until
My
that point.
favorite was the one where you got the other guys to shoot the flying tank that was over the gap.
Yes, that did worry me until I saw that.
That was good.
Oh no, it's not going back. Yes, thank you. It'll get
And-
stuck somewhere. Always somewhere. But yeah,
So
no,
this-
that was that. There were
this-
a few points in this game where I was like, "What? How do I do this? No, this is just not possible." But no, it's always possible. There is always a way. I look forward to tearing my hair out, discovering all of them in the new Ratchet game. Because I'm going to have to be the one to find it. That's the thing. I'm going to be the one who discovers how to create speedrun strats. It's all me. It's going to be all me.
You got
Yay.
this, Teal.
I'm looking forward to it. I'm so hyped for that game. I've got a million plans.
Me too, man. I can't wait to play it.
Yeah, it looks so good. I was sent some images from someone following me on Twitter of Ratchet in the PlayStation magazine, the official British PlayStation magazine. It had images of Veldin at the daytime, and it just looks super cool. And they have the Quark statue. They have the Quark robot.
The springy one.
Yeah, the Quark robot. It's so cool. They brought it back.
Nice.
I mean, it's not in Alero / Metropolis, but it's still there. Okay, I was gonna say that's gonna come back to me, right?
Have they shown the obstacle course? Anything?
No, not yet.
Well, he's in front of the obstacle course, so maybe he's.
I mean, maybe. I don't know. I hope there's still an obstacle course because I liked that. I hope Helga's in it.
In Helga?
Interestingly, I saw some clips of images of the movie, and Dallas from Gladiators there.
Really?
Yeah, I reckon he's gonna replace Dalek Ratch.
Oh, you think so?
I think so. Because it would make sense, because Juanita isn't there, so it's before Dread Zone. And I think they're gonna make that canon, basically.
Yes, Juanita.
Juanita. I can't remember what he says, it's my favourite quote. It's like, it's dark, it's scary, it's just like my ex-wife, or something.
Yeah.
It's so good. It's true genius in writing. Much like most Ratchet games. Actually, that's something I'm quite looking forward to.
I forget who wrote that one.
The jokes in the new Ratchet game should be good.
Yeah. I mean, with the story being all updated and everything, and all new cuts, scenes and everything, that's cool.
Oh, it's gonna look so good. It's gonna play so good.
And maybe Ratchet won't come across as a huge asshole.
No, he doesn't seem to. I mean, after the Snaggle Beast, he doesn't punch Clank or anything, so it seems fine.
Well, that sounds like an improvement already. So.
Yeah. It's like, no, get off of me, you idiot! No, alright. Calm down. Calm down, Ratchet. It's just a mistake. Like, happens to all of us.
Every so often, we get betrayed and
shite.
forced to fight Snaggle Beasts.
Please come down. Okay, I was gonna say, I've screwed up.
It's a professional hazard.
Yeah, just like that's like the Snaggle Beast cutscene that they've shown. That's just, it's super cool because like he just gets tired after fighting it, and it makes so much sense. He's never fought things like this before. It's the little details I'm loving about it.
It's his origin story, right?
Yeah. So yeah, like, it's just like he's getting tired over stuff like that, and why wouldn't you? I love it. But it's actually interesting. They were saying, I read an article that like the build that they've been showing, like from now is still the same one from like the first demo they showed of that fight. That's
Okay.
That's the demo build they're showing, but they've updated it since then. So they have got an updated version, currently, but we're playing the version from like 9 months back, but it's been updated even now. So that's super cool to know.
It takes a lot of effort to do demos.
Yeah.
Like it takes a lot of time away from actually making the game. So I can understand why they wouldn't push them to do that.
But it is good though, because that means like we're playing a game which is still like, even if that section is technically complete, still incomplete. It still had improvements, still had fixes, still had more things added to it. Like, it's so cool. We haven't seen all of that there is to offer on the bits we've seen already. That's super nice.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, they kept working on all of that.
It pleases me greatly. I need this game. I need it early. I need it. Thing is, if I get it a month early, that means it's only a month away. It's only a month away. I want it a month early.
Do they send those out a month early?
Nintendo do. Nintendo have with many of their games.
With every Sony game I've worked on, they always give us our copies like a week before.
Oh really?
Yeah. I don't know if they probably send them out to press earlier.
Yeah, I was gonna say, because depending on, especially on the length of the game, it takes a long time to review stuff. Because you have to play the whole thing, especially if it's like a team working on, like if it's a small time channel like me, working on multiple games at a time. I have to find the time to play multiple 100-hour games at a time, like that kind of thing. So I think they make allowances for it.
Yeah, but they generally don't even have a build that far in advance. Like, if they're sending you anything with Sony games, usually you're getting beta code.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh, that makes sense. That's the same with Nintendo. Like, the version we get is still technically beta. I mean, with Splatoon, we got it a month early, but the online wasn't there, with the exception of, like, the server was only on at very specific times, but we were only allowed to know about, because the demo was released prior to that, and people might have hacked it. So, basically, they had to do it a separate way. We had to be on a completely separate server. And we had to, basically, we were only allowed on at specific times that we only knew about, so people couldn't hack in and stuff. But
what
yeah,
was
we
this
got
for?
Splatoon. Same with Mario Maker, actually. But like we were able to get it a month in advance, but it was just stuff like we weren't allowed to do various things at all times because of that reason, like hacking and just. The same servers couldn't be used. I think they had to have us on a different server. It makes sense, really. It was quite a good system. It worked. We were still able to play it. I didn't mind. I was able to have fun with it. But yeah, Nintendo games
they also
a month in advance normally.
They also probably don't want your username to say playing this game in advance.
Yes, that's true. I think it still does though, actually. I don't think they blocked that out. I don't think that's filtered. This is really hard. Yeah, I don't think that's filtered. I could be wrong, but I don't think it is. But that's how Nintendo operates. I can't speak for other companies.
Well, if they put you on a non-commercial server, then your friends list probably couldn't see you while you were on that.
Ah, fair enough. That's true. But yeah, so that's yeah, I'm assuming other companies operate that way, but maybe not. I don't know.
With Sony, I've never gotten a retail copy of the game that early, but they may be able to get beta code. Yeah, that could happen.
Yeah.
It's mainly just usually the Gold Master doesn't get sent off until about 3 months before the game comes out.
Right.
Earlier with Skylanders because they got to make all the toys, right?
Yeah.
But on a game like Ratchet, you can wait until about 3 months early, and then they press all the discs, right? That takes about 2 months.
Right.
And then you start getting them in a couple weeks before they ship them to the stores.
But I mean, I think like the whole beta thing makes sense because that probably explains why there are patches when like you start up a game like this. It's like, oh, it's got a gigabyte patch already. Like that's because people found glitches between review copies and stuff.
Yeah. No, I mean in the old days, if we found a really serious bug after we'd already shipped the code, we would have to recall it.
Oh man.
And send a new build.
Yeah.
If they'd already pressed discs, that was really expensive.
Yeah. I don't know the entire story, but I was told by a friend, he was reading an article about, it was like I think it was a PlayStation magazine kind of thing. They had a demo disc, but it had like save files on it. Like you could just have a save file for like, I don't know what game it was, just a game, and it had, oh, here's 100% save file, you do whatever, blah blah blah. Apparently, if you loaded it, it destroyed your entire memory card.
Oh god.
Pretty bad. I mean, technically it's not a Sony licensed thing, but it was designed for it, so it's not good.
It didn't have the Sony TRC seal?
I don't know. Maybe it did. I have no idea. I mean, it was a magazine, so it wasn't Sony directly, I guess. I don't know.
Well, they probably would have. Who knows?
But yeah, it's not good. Having just your entire memory card wiped out in a second. Like, and there was no fix. So if it happened, tough. That's your memory card gone. I mean, you could still save things. It just deleted all the memory on it. So it's not good. You have to play all the games again.
One time we were watching a user test, and we had 3 PlayStations that got bricked.
Whoa!
While we were in the test, and they just basically
beyond repair or
beyond repair. Yeah, we had to send them back in. And,
how the hell? What was it?
We didn't find out, but I joked with a friend of mine that it was his fault, and he spent the rest of the day trying to fix it.
Oh, I remember you talking about that. Oh no!
It totally wasn't his fault, but I was like, hey man, it crashed in the UI. It must be your fault. And
oh no!
Yeah, so he spent the whole day where I was like, I'm so sorry, man. I know. But I think it was at that point. It was near the end of the day, so it was only a couple hours, but still.
Oh man, oh no. Oh.
Yeah, I don't know what it was that was killing it, but yes.
Okay.
Yeah, he forgave me eventually.
Okay.
It's
just a prank, bro.
On Spyborgs, we bricked 13.
Christ!
Dev kits.
Jesus Christ!
That one was our fault.
Whoa!
That was our bad.
Holy shit! So what console was it?
Wii.
That how much money is that?
It was not good. We had to send them back to
$2,600, maybe more.
Yeah, I mean they weren't like permanently.
Okay, Jesus.
They were just completely non-functional. We had to send them back in to get re-flashed and everything.
That's
basically what happened
horrible.
was, you know how the Wii had internal flash memory that you could write to, like for saves and stuff.
Yeah.
So on the Wii dev kits, you could write to some flash memory also, right? But if you weren't careful, there wasn't anything on the dev kit that would stop you if you ran out of space. So what happened was we were writing stuff to that, and then it would fill up the hard drive, or quote hard drive, and then it would start writing over random information on the Wii, like for example the operating system.
Right.
So we didn't realize this, and so we had a system that as you were playing, it was saving data about your playthrough to the Wii, so that we could go back and be like, okay, they died here, this happened here, right? And so eventually, it would keep recording, your thing would get full, and then brick. And so just one day, like, they just started breaking down all over the office. And we started freaking out, and so everyone had to power them down until we figured out what was going on, so we didn't brick anymore.
Oh man, that's terrible.
Oh yeah, it took 2 weeks for them to get new ones to us too, because
so for 2 weeks,
it was a
just
lot.
couldn't do anything. Or...
We had to share and do a whole bunch of different things. Yeah, it was not a good time, but I mean. Yeah. I
mean, you learnt from it, I guess. So.
Yes, always check.
There's that. It's not a huge compromise, but it's something.
Yeah, that was
wow.
breaking equipment is no fun. You really don't want to do that if you can help it.
That. Why did that crystal go so far away?
Oh wow.
Why? Come back, please.
I'd say a physics bug, but there's no physics.
Is it remotely possible for it to ever go out of the boundaries of the map?
A crystal?
Yeah. Following the principle of what just happened.
Well, only if it can tunnel through collision.
Right. Is
'Cause
there an
there's a
invisible
huge-
wall above the sand?
No, but
Right.
like you see the edge of the sand over there?
Yeah.
There's just a huge vertical plane in front of that.
Right.
Like a big bathtub that you're in a huge bathtub,
Right,
but the walls of the bathtub are invisible.
I see, okay. That makes sense.
This is the only level we ever made where we couldn't like disguise the edge of the world very well.
Yeah.
So we just have these little sand dunes ringing the whole thing that turn it into a bathtub. But I mean, deserts are flat, right? You don't really have a lot of options.
In Spyro, they like, cause someone's made like a tool so you can go into the original ROM. Well, I say original ROM, but you know, like you can go into the ROM of the game and like basically see the game, like just use a camera and just move around the level and like take pictures and stuff. It's super cool. But like top-down view, like there's the outskirts and then there's like little bits of land in like squares and that's it. Like, it's really cool to look at.
Oh yeah, being able to go outside of the bounds, you realize how much everything is fake.
Yeah, it's
like,
really interesting.
It's like, you know, when you see things about how movies are made and they only build the front of a building unless they need, you know, unless they need more. It's like that, you know, or
I don't know how
things are.
It applies to this, but I know with Kingdom Hearts, if you glitch, and by glitch out, you really have to have an emulator and a ROM, and you have to like change collision detection. But if you go out the boundaries of a map, you just infinitely fall forever. I don't know if that happens here. Like, I presume you just die.
If you fall, and there isn't anything to catch you, like a cube that says you die, you'll just fall forever. Yeah.
Right. Okay. Because that's what happens in Kingdom Hearts. But in Kingdom Hearts, I mean, there's that guy flew up.
It might. The game
Kingdom Hearts, there's no way
might
you ever
crash.
fall. Right. I mean, because with Kingdom Hearts, there's no way you ever fall at any point during that game because it's all action combat. So you get killed by enemies and bosses, but you never fall down pits and stuff. So I mean, this I guess might be a little bit different, but still interesting that that's what happens.
So in this game, we could only build things in positive space. So, like, do you know, like when you're looking at an axis like X, Y, Z,
yeah,
you know, it goes like from 0 to 10 on the X and 0 to 10 on the Y, 0 to 10 on the Z. As long as you're sitting there, you're fine. We just couldn't go into negative numbers on any of those, or the game would crash.
Right.
So if Ratchet falls far enough down that his vertical number turns negative, the game will probably crash. Probably.
I see.
So you won't fall forever, but you'll fall bottomlessly until the game crashes.
Right.
Probably.
Interesting. Has anyone ever found a glitch like that where they just fall out the map? Like,
it should be possible.
Technically speaking, I did it earlier. Like,
you probably could have done it. Yeah. Except we have usually we protect against it by putting enormous invisible cubes under the level, so that if Ratchet falls into it, he'll die instead of crashing the game.
I bet the death count on this level is going to be spectacular. Because someone's doing a death counter.
How many times do you think you've died so far?
I don't know. I mean, I've seen it up to like a certain point, so I think up to Joba. I can't remember what the number is. I feel like it's in the 60s or 80s. Overall,
what about just for this run?
Just for this run, when you say this run, do you mean this level?
Yeah.
I don't know. Probably somewhere. I mean, it was 13 before. Added onto the deaths from this attempt, probably 24 right now. I don't know. But I mean, overall, it's probably something like 150. Maybe.
How many times did you die on Damosel?
I don't know. And not as many as it seems for the length of time I was there. It was more like the first thing that drove me mad was really just the fact that I kept playing for the level over and over and over and over again with no sign of it ending, just like no sign of me being able to succeed in getting that second level up, and it was just me trying it over and over and just trying stupid things.
Because apparently the solution was to not even play the level.
Yep. So, didn't know that at the time, wish I did, but, you know, it makes for a fun video.
Well, see, now I can laugh when you finally post that video of you screaming.
Yeah, but that was, I think
future.
that's honestly the most angry I've ever been in a video. I've had anger moments where they were technically faked, like I enhanced my anger significantly.
For entertainment value.
I'm quite good at doing that, but that was real. I was, and like, the melting point for me was like it was because I was super disappointed in myself that I couldn't do it, because I had set myself a challenge, and I'm a perfectionist. I want to achieve like what I set out to do, and I failed at that point. But the breaking point after that was after the rage fit. I just kept dying after I got past. So where's the crystal gone?
Uh-oh.
Oh, okay, it came back. Thank you.
So now you know what happens if it gets out of the level. It comes and automatically finds
yeah,
you.
thank you whoever coded that, because that's a lifesaver.
Well, that was a common bug. Like, hey, I collected all the crystals, but there aren't any. But I don't have them all because one of them fell through the world somewhere.
Yeah, I feel like that was a bug in the PS2 version with the moon crystals, because I could have sworn I collected all of them and like went through the level over and over and over and over and over again, and there was just one that I was missing.
So what Tony says is that the bug came up a lot, right? The testers would bring him a bunch of saves saying, okay, we've gotten all of them, and it's not here. And then Tony would load it up on his dev kit, and then locate the remaining crystal using the debugger.
Right.
And then it would always be just one they hadn't gotten.
Right, okay. So it's just one you just couldn't find for whatever reason.
Yeah, or you hit it and it just fell somewhere and you haven't looked there, or you think you have, or something. It's usually actually that.
Huh, interesting.
That according to Tony. Now, Tony has a vested interest in it not being his fault.
I will give him the benefit of the doubt that I'm a moron, okay? So if he's watching this, it's all my fault, I'm a moron. Good job.
It would have been better
on the work that you have done.
It would have been better if we'd labeled them on the map,
Yeah, that would have taken away the fun, though.
No, I mean after you drop them.
Oh, right, I see. Yeah, no, that would have...
Like, just to make sure you get them.
Yeah, that's true. That's actually something. I love that Gaspar is a place for finding, well, not crystals, but stuff like crystals. So
right,
happy.
Whatever the crystal replacement is.
It's the,
that's a cool idea, yeah.
Yeah, because, I mean, the thing is, like, Gaspar was cool, but it was just a wasteland outside of the places you could traverse. And it was like, there's so much you could do with it. They found what to do with it.
Oh, well, those sections in Nexus, right? The charge boot /
super
cover
fun.
pack. Oh, I love those parts.
Yeah,
so,
no, that was great. It felt great.
So
That's
glad they
what I would
decided
have
to
loved
keep
the
that.
jetpack in this game to feel like, but I mean, limitations, PS2 and whatnot. But
yeah, I mean, well, that's what it's supposed to be. We just didn't get it right.
Yeah, well, no, I feel like it works really well in this game for what it is. But I mean, the PS2, when you compare the PS3 and obviously the PS4 to the power of the PS2, you couldn't necessarily do that all the time. Like, I feel like part of it is just limitations with the software. I mean, Ratchet 2 and 3 and 1 as well, like, they're huge games with the amount of stuff they have in them. There's plenty to do and plenty to explore. Like just when you think about Ratchet 1 and Metropolis, like the first view you get of it is just this huge, like, cityscape, and it's gorgeous, and that itself probably takes up quite a bit of the PS2's power.
Yeah, I mean, well, we fake a lot of that, right? Like,
well, yeah.
Some of that is real, right? You're actually seeing far. Some of it is fake perspective, like things are built closer to you to look like they're further away.
Some of it's probably also 2D.
Some of it's definitely 2D.
Yeah.
Like the things that are 2D and they always face the camera, so they look 3D. And if they're far enough away, you can't tell.
Yeah.
Like those mountains out there are probably not as far away as they look and just made small and stuff like that.
Right.
But But even with all those cheats, yeah, I mean, we were maxing out what the PS2 could do.
Yeah. It's...
And then every game we found more power.
Yeah.
Somehow.
That's something with the PS4. Like PS4, well, not recently, I guess a couple of months ago now. They was just like, well, we found another processor. Like, what? What do you mean you found another processor? Like, you've got 9 now. What do you mean you've got 9 now? What the hell? You found more power. How have you done this? It was already a tank. No, I don't. But it's just like, we found a way to open up this next processor. It's like, but this is a tank. How have you managed to make it more powerful?
With the PlayStation 3, they were going to do something like that. But
I'm very pleased.
the margin of error for making the processors meant that I think like there was a likelihood that most PlayStations would have at least one broken one.
Right.
So they shipped it with an extra processor and just said, okay, one can be broken when we test it.
Fair enough. Well, they found a way to get it to work, and I'm eternally grateful because games are going to be bigger and better now. This year, this year has so many good games. I can't believe how good it is.
I'm excited. I mean, I haven't been able to play all the games I want even yet, and it's only February.
Oh, there's some fantastic games. Unravel. That is a beautiful game.
Oh yeah? What's that for?
PS4, probably Xbox One, PC.
Alright, I'll put it on my list.
It is a beautiful, beautiful game. I don't know if... Are you into turn-based RPGs?
Depends. Sometimes.
Persona 5. Highly recommend that. Persona 4 is... Persona 4 Golden, I give it a perfect score. Persona 5 will probably be also perfect. I have a
friend who really likes Persona.
It's fantastic. It's especially for me, because like I discovered it when I was depressed. So it's just like, yep, I'm resonating with all these characters, and I'm very happy now. Like I find emotional attachment to you're making my life better. Like, and that's probably why it affects me more than others. But
I mean, there's always games that like you played when you needed them. Those are always, like, for me at least, it's always like they're on the NES, right? Those are where most of those games are for me because I played them when I was a kid.
Yeah, that makes sense. So which would be your favorite ones from the NES? I remember you playing one on your channel a long time back. I can't remember which one it was.
Crystallis.
Yes.
Yeah, that game was so good compared to everything else that was released at the time. It was just huge, and like it was like Zelda, but they did the combat better, and the story was better.
Yeah.
Like it was a story that made me cry on the NES.
That's impressive.
Nothing else had done that before.
My friend Andrew really likes Star Tropics.
Oh, I loved Star Tropics. That game was great.
I don't know what the second one's like, but the first one's super fun.
The first one it's hardcore, man. I went back to try to play it again.
It is very hard.
Unforgiving and brutal. Like the core mechanic, I think, was extremely limited because it was the NES. But it was. I loved that game. I played the hell out of that game.
Yeah. I mean, because I never owned an NES or an SNES. My first console was PlayStation, so I've only recently played this stuff in the last, I guess, 5-10 years. But yeah, I mean, it's like going back and experiencing the classics. It's where gaming started, and it's just glorious. Like, you appreciate so much of what they've done, especially like some of the stuff they managed to make back then.
Yeah, on essentially pocket calculators.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah,
This
I mean,
might be the last crystal. Nope, there's one more. Oh, it might be right here, actually. Here we go.
There you go.
I think this is it. I think this is the last one. Watch me die. I'm about to die. Cool. Excellent.
See, I gotta run all the way back.
Excellent.
I'm telling you, dude, side flips. Side flips are where it's at.
I had one hit. I don't care at this point. But yeah, this planet's nearly done. Hooray! I got all the crystals. I would have got all the moon crystals, but those fucking... there's no killing them. It's not happening. Again, I'd love for someone to at least give it a go and try and kill them. I can't be bothered right now. I might one day I might be bored and just be like, sure, why not? Let's give it a go. and just do it, and I'll upload it sped up and have yakety sax on and stuff.
You should look on.
The Benny Hill theme.
You should look on Game Facts and see if they have damage numbers for different things and hit point numbers.
Yeah, I could try that.
Because they might.
Oh, actually, that might be in the Monsterpedia. I think it does have. It says damage on it, so toughness, armor, so.
Oh, those are completely made up though. Those don't have any reference to.
Are they actually made up?
Yeah, like they don't actually have stats, right? We just said, okay, this character has more health than this character, so the bar needs to be more full. So they're relatively they're correct, but the bars are nonsense information. Like they don't actually tell you
technically
anything.
speaking, I haven't killed one, so it's not even in it.
Ah, okay.
But interesting. I didn't know that was made up. Huh.
Yeah, I mean, we wanted to have some statistical information about them, but we couldn't tell you things like hit point and damage numbers because some of those are randomized.
Right. I see.
So, yeah. So instead, we
sneaky.
We just went with the bars, yeah, because they do tell you information, right? Like, okay, the highest hit point enemy is going to be 100% on this bar, so you kind of know how.
Yeah.
But they someone just entered those by hand. They weren't actually based on how much damage they do.
Well, he went
the
flying.
more you know.
This might be it. Is this the last crystal? Skill point. Yay!
Yay!
Got a skill point. I did it. I did a thing. I got all the crystals in the desert. I'm actually super proud about that. The only thing. Yeah, the only thing I haven't done is the giant clank on Damosel, because one, I hate Damosel, and two, I think it's actually really difficult to do about firing rockets, and I don't know what you get from it. I really don't, and I don't care. And I guess Joba. So, yeah. But, I guess that.
What, from the giant clank thing?
It's where you fight the mothership.
Oh, right. Right. Oh man, I can't even.
I don't know what you get from it though. Like, is there something like the thing that tells you where the secrets are on the map? Is there one of those in this game?
That might be it.
Because that's
yes,
the only
there is
thing
one of those.
Because that's the only thing I can think of.
I mean, it's not a PDA, right? Because we didn't do one of those.
No, there's only in Ratchet 1 and 3 because it's a Gadgetron product.
Right. Oh yeah, you remember how when you win the race in the first game, he says it'll take 2 years for your employee discount to kick in.
That was your idea, wasn't it?
That's why we did it in Ratchet 3, because that one was 2 years later.
Yeah, and wasn't it your idea? You brought it up. Like, didn't we do this thing in Ratchet 1?
Yeah, so I said, hey, if they have a Ratchet 1 save, maybe we can give them something. And they were trying to figure out what to do with the Ratchet 1 weapons at that point. So they thought, oh, we'll give them a discount on those.
Yeah, super cool idea. But that'll be it for now, because I just spent like 50 minutes in the desert. So.
All right.